Amos was a humble shepherd from Tekoa, a small village nestled in the hills of Judah, far from the centers of power and influence. He was not a trained prophet or a priest, nor did he come from a family of religious leaders. Amos was an ordinary man, living a simple life, set apart from the religious elite of his day. He spent his days tending sheep and caring for sycamore fig trees, working the land and understanding the struggles of everyday people. His hands were rough from labor, and his heart was shaped by the rhythms of rural life. Yet God called Amos to leave behind his quiet home and familiar fields, sending him on a journey north to deliver a message to the prosperous kingdom of Israel, a place bustling with wealth and activity, but also with hidden troubles. On the surface, Israel appeared to be thriving, its cities filled with riches and celebration. But beneath this prosperity, God saw deep injustice, corruption, and suffering among the poor. Amos, an outsider with no official status, was chosen to speak hard truths to the powerful leaders and wealthy citizens, people who were comfortable and did not want to be challenged. His simple background gave him a unique clarity and courage. He was not blinded by privilege or position, and so he could boldly confront the corruption and hypocrisy of Israel's elite. Amos's journey from the quiet fields of Judah to the grand cities of Israel marks the beginning of a bold prophetic mission, one that would challenge the nation to its core. The story of Amos is a powerful reminder of courage, justice, and the call to return to true worship, a call that still echoes today. In Israel, Amos saw a nation enjoying wealth and peace, on the surface. The rich built lavish homes and celebrated religious festivals, but their prosperity was built on injustice. The poor were exploited, cheated in markets, crushed by debt, and denied justice in corrupt courts. God's law demanded care for the vulnerable, but Israel's elite ignored it. Their worship was hollow. Songs and sacrifices meant nothing while they oppressed their neighbors. Amos exposed this hypocrisy. Faith without justice is empty. God was not fooled by their rituals. He saw the suffering of the poor. Amos warned that God's anger burned against those who claimed to follow him while trampling the needy. True faith, Amos declared, must be lived out in justice and compassion. Amos's message thundered like a lion's roar, echoing across the barren hills and stirring fear in the hearts of all who heard it. God was coming in judgment, his presence as ominous as a gathering storm, ready to break over the land. Amos proclaimed that God condemned Israel's neighbors for their violence and cruelty, holding them accountable for their actions against the innocent. But then, in a shocking twist, Amos turned the spotlight on Israel itself, God's chosen people, who had received his law and guidance, and yet had strayed. Israel's sin